everybody? So glad to be on here. Pastor G in the house, ready to bust out some leg work today. How y'all doing? How you doing? How you like the lighting here? Kind of updated a little bit more. I continue to try to make it 1% better for you, right? That's what I've always heard, make it 1% better. And we will get that done. We're gonna continue adding, making things look good, all that stuff. I can't help myself. I can't make myself look no better. But I can help y'all at least, enjoy a little bit of the image anyway. So welcome, this is my basement. This is my little home workout gym, all that good stuff. But let me get my music going here, right? We gotta have music to work out. So we're gonna work that out. Let me go ahead and reset this playlist. See what kind of new stuff it gives me tonight. Da, 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 da. Bust out a little Demon Hunter to begin with. That'll work, that'll work. So, how you doing? How you doing? Again, Pastor G here. Welcome to Faith and Fitness with me. Tonight is leg day. Tonight is all about working our legs. We're gonna talk, we're gonna chat, we're gonna work out our mental state, our physical state, and our spiritual state. That's what we're all about here. Full workout, right? Not just legs, not just a muscle part, not just the body, mind, soul, all of it. So welcome, glad to have you here. If you don't know, if you first time, welcome. We stream most of the time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but some Mondays I have to do a work thing. So if I'm not on here on Monday night, hop on Tuesday night or look for me on Tuesday night. You'll find me. 2 times a month, I've got a work event on Monday nights. Other than that, everything else should roll smooth as it is. And so I gotta hydrate, right? Gotta hydrate. We got channel points, got a few channel points down there. If y'all want to hit those, go ahead whenever you get some points saved up. Hopefully I will see it. That's my only problem. A lot of times if I'm over there on the elliptical, I might not see what's going on over here. But it's not because I don't want to, it's just because I can't way over there. I still gotta work out. I think one of these days I'm gonna get me a large monitor or something over here where I'll be able to see chat from wherever it is I am and continue to play along with y'all, right? That's what we're all about. We're about community, about having fun, and doing it in a holy, righteous, God-honoring way. And man, I'm looking at this, so I'm gonna take these back down. These are my octagon lights because I have decided I like the glow better. I've got the glow working. The glow is working, we are good, right? Even the black light down there at the bottom showing up. How you like that? So I got the purple, got the teal. Feel good, feel good. Got 2 other ones over there. I'm not 100% sure if they're gonna stay back there or not. We'll see. I'm gonna continue working on this place. Y'all give me ideas. You let me know what's up. Let me know what you're thinking. What you think about the space, what you think about how things look. And we'll keep adding on to it and making it look better and better as we go along. Not to try to just kind of look like money or anything. I just want it to be appealing, right? I enjoy it. If I enjoy it, I know y'all will enjoy it, right? And these lights here are just so bright, they work really good. I'm actually gonna take them down. We got our storage over here. That's where I'm gonna move that stuff to. I'm gonna move these lights over there because they'll give us some good lights on our storage. If you want some good garage lights or good basement lights, these are it, man. I ain't lying. I think it's about 80 bucks or so. They work really, really good. So anyway, let me say a word of prayer real quick, and then we'll get started. Father God, we thank you and praise you, Lord, for this opportunity to come on here tonight to work our bodies, to work our mind, work our soul. Father, I praise you for any new friends we make tonight. I praise you for anybody that comes on here. And I praise you just because you are worthy of being praised. So with that, in Christ's name we pray, amen. Don't you hate when you tap your earbud and you change your setting? So it goes from noise control to transparent mode or whatever. So y'all let me know. I'm gonna look over here. I got a question on here. I got a couple questions on here really for tonight. Again, we're gonna start off with, again, I'm calling it leg up on discipline. How many of us need a leg up on discipline? How many of us are really as self-controlled or as disciplined as we want to be? I know I'm not. I'm not always. So today is the leg up, getting a leg up on discipline and working in some self-control and all that good stuff. So I always got some notes on here as well. But we'll dig into all this here in a little bit. We're going to look at 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 27. You may be familiar with it, you may not be, I don't know. But if you aren't, you will be after tonight, we hope. And definitely fits what we're doing. So I got to get my strong gap up on here. So it is leg day. It's been 5 days since we did leg day. Actually, it's been 7 days. This thing hasn't refreshed. That's why. Anyway, because it tells me I just did my chest workout an hour ago, and that didn't happen. My chest workout was 2 nights ago. So let's get our app going. Again, strong app. I don't make no money off of it or anything. I just tell you, my goal here is to help you find stuff that helps you be helped, right? I want you to feel better about yourself. I want you to be able to do a lot of the things I do here, to share a lot of the things I share on here for you and for your sake. So I'm carrying you around with me. So I like to get you over here, let you sit here on the bench. Relax, y'all. Just relax, just chill. Let you chill while I get up here and don't get to chill. I get up here and get some work done. We always start off with cardio. We gotta get this little blood pumping, right? And so this is one of the areas I'm working on getting light. You may see my light stands here in front of me. You may not. I'm not sure how much shows up on there. But I've got some little camera mounts. If you've seen a light for the blink cameras and those type of little security cameras, you know, which I got some down here. But they actually work real good for like little 5x7 lights, panel lights. So I might pop a couple of them here close by just so I can get a little bit more light on me. Because like right now I'm way back here in the background, which again, I can't really move you over here. I could zoom, but of course, you know how cameras are, man. If it's not a real zoom camera, the closer you get, the worse the image gets. And so we going to try to hold it where it is. Maybe, as I'm sitting here thinking, I might try that one night just to see what it looks like a little bit better. You know how it is, man. You don't know what stuff looks like till you try it, right? And the other thing is, I like to get me, like I said, I'm gonna get me a big monitor over here somewhere where I can see it a little bit better. Just a cheap TV, you know, nothing major, y'all. I said, this ain't all about my, what's up, Driven? Hey, man, how you doing? Ready for the weekend, are you? It's Friday, man, it's Friday. Excuse me. It's Friday, it's leg day. So what you think of the space, man? I keep adding 2 more of the Govee lights behind me. I've got my video panels in front of me. Now these are a newer brand off of Amazon. These are what I used to have at my main desk. I changed those out for the Elgatos because the Elgatos I can control with my Stream Deck. And these I always have to get up and hit the power or change the brightness. But these are rechargeable. So the one here in front of me that way is not plugged in. So it won't last all night. And then I got this one over here in the corner that is plugged in. But it does look like from here anyway, like it helped a little bit with the lighting. I don't have a white shirt on like I did last night or the other night. But also added the teal color to the Govee lights. You know, trying to match my layout. You know, I'm all about that purple and teal, right? And so, as I was saying earlier, trying to dress things up a little bit more and more. Make it more appealing to those of you just hanging out with us. And so I hope you had a good day, man. Ready for the weekend. I know I am. And it's funny because, what is it? Not today, this week, my mom has her birthday. I think she'll be 73. And my sister, me and her are gonna get together. We're gonna take her out to eat. Mom don't want to go out to eat tomorrow. She's having a little bit of back problem. My sister's having even a worse back problem. And so we ain't gonna be going out to eat tomorrow. But I'm still gonna get by there and visit her a little bit. And I wish her a happy birthday, all that good stuff. And my sister bought her a new Bible. Hopefully she'll like it. I bought her a Brita picture. You know, the water pitchers, jugs. because that's how she keeps hurting her back. She buys jugs of water from the grocery store and then carries them by herself to her room. She lives in an apartment. And then she hurts her back. So y'all pray that she'll actually use the pitcher, because that'll save her some money, plus save her some trouble. And we'll see how that goes. You know how some of us are, man. We like straight in our way, right? I do things the way I want to do them, how I want to do them, all that good stuff. So we're gonna try to help her out though. That's the goal. And my sister, man, she's had all kind of back problems, and she's had these vertebrae up here in her neck, man. She's had them fused and got some hardware up in there, and she's still having some back issues. So she's going through some severe pain right now. So y'all pray for her if you don't mind. And as always, y'all got prayer requests, whatever, drop them there in the chat. Shoot me a DM. Join the Discord channel. It's on there. Again, we got Discord command. We'd love to have you on there. We'd love to pray for you, all that good stuff. And I want you to be a part of it, be in community, right? We want to do this stuff together. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, look, my automatic post is working. Look, Discord right there. Hey, not Driven got it. Driven got it. my automatic mod got it. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I do have timers in there to where it's supposed to do some of those announcements too. But I appreciate you throwing it down for me. That helps out a whole lot. Because you know how Stream Elements and even StreamerBot, I'm continuing to work on StreamerBot. So I was trying it earlier and realized I didn't have it running. And that's something I always got to remember, man. I got to remember to make it run. And I got to keep building that out. We're going to build it out. And one day, if I ever get to a point, I might give y'all some control of some of the lights and stuff in here. We'll see. I'm not the most technical person. And so I might not be that good to be able to set it up, but we're gonna get some fun things, make it work a little bit more interactive, all that good stuff. And maybe you can play with us. I'm gonna turn that light there, give me a little backlight now. That might brighten me up just a little bit here too. And so yeah, man, I'm in love with this. I love this. So we're showing up real good on there, so I'm real happy. And so again, we looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 9 tonight. And part of the reason being is because this is what we're doing for our Bible study, is going straight through the book of Corinthians. We actually started before Christmas. And last night we were finishing up chapter 9. And part of that runs into verses 24 through 27. And I was thinking, man, I got to do legs tonight. Legs is one of those exercises, those workouts that you got to be disciplined about, right? You gotta make sure you bring it, so to speak. And legs, it used to be one of those things that, like, if I couldn't do a workout during the week, if I was gonna skip one, it was gonna be legs. Like I said, now I've gotten better. It's a little bit more. I'm like ready to go on it most of the time now. Leg workouts fairly short usually, because I don't have that much equipment down here to work them either. But I go heavy, fairly heavy, still building up. Speaking of that, let me get rid of my wedding band because it'll start hurting me. And so I'm going to read that scripture for you. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24 through 27. We're going to do a set, get warmed up, get some stretches in. And in between sets, all that good stuff, the way we do it usually is when I chat, might bring a little bit of the word. Y'all feel free to share anything you want to share on there as well. It's always an AMA, so always, if you got questions or something you want to ask anything, as always. And I'll try to help you out. That's my goal here, is always to help, encourage, motivate, that kind of stuff. So 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24 through 27. Do you not know that in a race all runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we We do it to earn an imperishable wreath. So I do not run aimlessly. I do not box as one beating the air, but I discipline my body and I keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified. So again, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24 through 27. Mr. Paul talking about running the race, right? And so what is the race, right? What is the race that we're trying to run? I'm gonna go ahead and get a little stretch in here. You know, for us, of course, it's the faith life, right? In most cases, for most of us. For some of you may have a different goal. You may have a goal, you know, your race right now is trying to get better physically fit. Maybe you are really trying to get fit and ready to run a race. I was chatting with a coworker today. He used to run a lot. I used to run some. And we're both kind of talking about, you know, how it's like it's winter time here, it's cold. But this was always the time that I was most motivated to get out and run. And because running in 90-degree heat ain't fun. But getting out there in 30-degree temperatures, as long as I can bundle up, and I was saying that today, man, I'm like, I ain't one of those crazy people that run out there in cold weather in shorts and short sleeves like it ain't cold. Like I'm gonna get that hot. I don't get that hot even in 30-degree weather doing whatever. And so I would always bundle up. I'd have a jacket on. I'd have some warm gear on, you know, underwear kind of stuff, undershirt and all that good stuff to try to keep warm. And because I'd even have gloves on. Because I get cold, man. If I'm cold, I ain't running much. And so I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna go back in. But to run the race, you gotta practice. You gotta be disciplined. If you wanna get out there and start running a 3K or, excuse me, a 5K or 7K or 10K, and maybe get up to a marathon, you know, a half marathon, those kind of things. Now, I was never into that. But to do that, you gotta make sure you get out. You gotta set down a plan, number one, right? How am I gonna do this? How much running am I gonna do during the week? How am I gonna start out? Because you can start out one speed in a 5K, but you might not be able to run that same, start out in the same speed for a marathon. Yeah, just getting them knees lubricated. I feel them popping already, y'all. It's popping up in here. Y'all have to watch out. It is Friday, right? My wife's upstairs playing some Minecraft, I think it is. Minecraft or Roblox, one of the two. She got a couple guys. She used to babysit a couple boys, and they got her into it way back when. I just never got into Minecraft and Roblox. But so they are now like, one of them's 18, the other one's like 14, 15, whatever. They'll hop on Discord and they'll play Minecraft or they get Roblox. I don't even know. I think it's Minecraft. And so she's up there having fun with that. I'm down here having fun with y'all. And so, even in doing the leg workout, I gotta be disciplined, right? I gotta make sure my shoulders are over my feet. Make sure I'm keeping my back straight. Make sure I ain't jerking my neck. Because that is a tendency for some of us. And we put that bar right up here on the back of our neck, we kind of want to cradle it. All right, I always got to come over here. You got to see some of my mess when I come over here. My power outlet's down here on the floor. All right, everything's kind of under construction, we'll call it, right? We're under construction, trying to get things where to look good, look cool. And once I get everything set where I want it, then I'll start working toward hiding wires and getting power in the right places and all that good stuff. Right now, it's just all kind of strewn out just to see what things look like. So just like I Velcroed these lights to the cage, I got those lights over there Velcroed to support poles for the basement floor, for the floor above. I don't want to waste the sticky if I'm not ready to mount them up, which if the Velcro works, I'm gonna leave the Velcro, y'all. I thought about putting them under here, but that's already a little close to my head. And those lights aren't really big, but I don't want to have to even think about having to duck. So I could put them like right there or something, but that kind of be my only issue with them, is you're really limited on the design of them. It's like I can go like a four length and a 2 length or something like that, but you only got 2 power wires. So you only got 2 ways to hook them up. And so we're gonna keep them like they are. And so see how that goes. But if I ever put some curtain up over there, then I gotta do something different with them. I even thought about hanging them from the rafter or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. There's no background on them, so it's kind of hard for them to really show themselves, so to speak. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I always say I hate to put my back to you, but when I put weight on here, I gotta make sure that I'm seeing where I'm going to put it back on the rack. Again, discipline, safety kind of thing right there. I can back it in there. It's just not as comfortable and not as safe, because sometimes, like once I start really putting some weight on there, then it's really hard to see where my J-cups are to drop it down. And I don't put nothing on here yet. I'll put my pad on here once I start going a little bit heavier too. Right now it's just kind of warm up stuff. I do like using a pad. It's got its good, it's got its bad. And I'll still continue going a little bit beyond 90 degrees. My thighs from the floor, hamstring from the floor, with this light. And once I get a little bit heavier though, I won't be able to do that. It's not safe to do that. Again, discipline. Discipline of form, discipline of speed. You got to be thinking about it. Got to think it through. How am I going to do this? Again, even like, working on deciding to go forward or backward. I have to think about it, which is going to be the best way to do it. Whew. It ain't nothing like leg workout or just doing the heavy kind of big muscle workouts. Those will make you start breathing, man. What's my heart rate right now? I'm showing 122, 124. So around there, whatever. So, again, we're looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24 through 27. And I'm gonna go verse by verse. We've already read it all at one time. The first verse here, 24, do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So that's a run that you may obtain it. So even in our, again, workouts, and even our career ambitions, even in our faith ambitions, it's all about the why. Why are you doing it, right? Why are you running it? I mean, it's so run that you may obtain it. What are you trying to reach? What's your goal? What do you set out to do? I mean, you got to have the goal and you got to have the why. The goal is the ultimate prize. The why is, why do I want that prize? Why do I do what I do? And so for me, working out again, getting older, right? We all getting older. And I just want to hang on to my youth. No, but I want to be physically fit. I want to be able to do things. I want to have good posture. I know that it's good for my heart and good for my body to do this stuff. And so it's good for blood pressure. It's good for good bones. It's good for depression and mental health. And I talked on here before about, sometimes, man, if I ain't working out, then I find myself getting angry. I might find myself feeling, now I don't have clinical depression, so I only like to say feeling depressed. But you know what I mean? Sometimes you do get down. And working out helps me stay in a good mood, really. I mean, it really does. And it's kind of like being in the Word or being disciplined about working on my faith life. If I'm disciplined in that, then that's going to help me in so many other areas of my life as well. It's going to help me keep that joy. It's going to help me keep a level head when things are going wrong. You know, you can get in that mood of, oh man, it's like the world is just against me kind of stuff. And the world may be against me. But if I'm in the Word, it don't matter. The world is going to hate me. Oh, Gianno, what's happening? You know what they say, when you're angry, go work out. Amen. That will make you relax once you take out the anger on pulling and pushing enough weight. That's it right there, right? That is it, man, no doubt. I have been in those situations where I've been like really angry. And I know it's like, man, it's because I ain't been working out. I got to go push something. I got to go hit something. And working out helps you to take care of those emotions positively, right? I'm doing good, man. How you been? How you been? So I don't know if you've been on here, if you lurked any to see the little workout stream that I've been doing here lately. Started doing this year, just kind of looking like trying to keep accountable and wanting to make sure that I get my workouts in, because I really took a lot of time off last year. And so this is the first time actually. Happy New Year to you too. And so like last year I've had a shoulder issue for a while. And I thought last year, like, well, I'm gonna stop working out for a little bit, see if it gets better. And went to the chiro, went to the sports medicine person, all that good stuff. They helped a little bit, but it gave me some exercises to do. And I was like, one day I'm like, you know what? Some of these same exercises they gave me are some of the same stuff I'm doing physically when I'm working out. And I hadn't got a lot better than not working out anyway. So I was on vacation for like almost a month. Wow, man, cool. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? What'd you do, man? But so yeah, I wanted to get back into it. Got a couple guys in a text group that we are Japan. Wow, man, that's awesome. How was it? Tell us about it. What'd you see? What'd you do? You know. So we got a text group going. Got a couple guys I do Bible study with. We do Bible reading together, and we decided after we were doing a study toward Christmas. One of the last sessions was on last week was on physical health and taking care of your body. It was a men's study. And I was already thinking about making a challenge. And then one of them popped up, he said, we ought to make a challenge. I said, well, let's commit next year to 3 workouts a week. Yeah, we can do that. That's pretty easy, right? That's something obtainable for all of us. And so that's how it started really. And I've been kind of talking about wanting to get on here and stream more, but I got to be able to also do other things to take care of myself and all that. And it's like if I'm streaming, doing just Bible study, and plus all the other church activities I do too, it's hard for me to get that physical workout in. I'm like, well, I enjoy working out. If I put it on the schedule, if I start doing this regularly and people start expecting it, then I got to show up. It helps me be disciplined, right? Ate lots of food, went so many places, popular and unpopular ones, and above all, bought so much Pokemon products. I hear you, man, I hear you. See, I'm all into used to be all into the car culture and all that good stuff with the Japanese and the drifting and all that good stuff. So that's been my thing, man. I've been like, I forget a lot of the roads. I ain't been into it in a while, but I'd have been thinking about all those roads and curvy road, mountain roads, all that good stuff they'd be doing drifting on. And go to check out all that and all the high life, fancy lights, all that good stuff. And so, yeah. But man, that's awesome. I'm so glad you got to do that. That's like a once in a lifetime trip, ain't it? For a lot of us, it is anyway. Let me say that. My wife wants to go to Ireland one day. Y'all know she got anxiety, agoraphobia, so that's gonna be hard. Pray the Lord helps make it happen one day though. All right, this in here, I'll go down 90 degrees, but I won't go beyond. Again, discipline, form. Slow and controlled. You know how it is on that last one, a lot of times you do go just a little bit further. Woo. It's super expensive, but worth it. I hear you. Thank you, man, appreciate that. That's the only other thing I said is like sometimes when I first started setting this up, well, get my stretch in too, y'all. When I first started setting all this up, you know, I got these lights up here, started making it real bright. I was like, man, I want me a big mirror here on the wall so that I can pay attention to my form. Because it's real easy to lose and start, you know, getting out of whack. And but I ain't got no mirror. And now I got my lights up on it. So I don't know if I'll ever have a mirror now. I like that. But we'll see, right? Like I say, y'all stay tuned. I keep trying to, we're gonna keep working on improving the stream, improving all that's going on, get more of the community stuff going, all that good stuff too. I hear you had that problem before, but now I focus mostly on calisthenics. I hear you, yeah, good. But let me go ahead and, speaking of calisthenics, go ahead and get that stretch in too, right? We'll be doing deadlifts next anyway. This helps with my hamstrings. The only thing I do forget sometimes, I like to do my calf work while I'm doing the squats. I'll go ahead, you know, do my heel raises. But sometimes I forget. And so since I forgot, we're gonna have to work out the calf work at the end. Gyms have been pretty annoying lately, so many people, but I know half of them, yeah, I'm surprised you still got too many people, man. So many of them quit already, right? We're gonna go a little bit heavier, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on the belt. Again, I'm not up to that point of really going super heavy yet. Not sure which way is, so I know it's supposed to be that way, yes, left side, duh. And but again, discipline, taking care of yourself, right? Making sure you do the smart things. And I may be putting on the belt. Make my waist look like it's 2 times smaller. New Year's resolution crowd, yeah. Oh man, I used to go to the gym, and that's kind of my thing. It's like, I was going to the gym, I was going to Planet Fitness for a few years, and just before COVID come, I was hitting it hard, man. I was having some of my best workouts ever in all my years of working out. And then COVID come. Right? Dead stop on everything. And so I had to figure it out. I was like, well, you know how it was, man. We all thought the gym was gonna open back up, all that pretty quick, all that good stuff. And my wife, with her anxiety too, she was always, you know, afraid of having people over, or afraid of me getting sick and bringing it home to her. And so we didn't have people over. I wasn't going to the gym, all that good stuff. So I went out. I didn't go out, but I found them online. Got the fitness bands. And these are heavy duty. These are thick. These are heavy. These are Undersun Fitness. I got 5 of them. I think 5 of them, yeah, if I can count. And started working out with them a little bit. And it worked out all right. You can get a good workout with them. It's kind of like, you know, calisthenics and all that good stuff, and body weight workout and things of that nature. You can get good workouts with them. But it just wasn't fun. If it ain't fun, you don't want to do it, right? A lot of times. Again, back to the discipline thing, not to keep beating that one, but back to the discipline thing. Not all things we do are going to be fun. And those things we got to discipline ourselves to do. And I was trying. but I would start, stop. And I've never been real good at working out at home anyway. I've always kind of lost the motivation. I'd start and stop, start and stop. For me, there was something about going to the gym when I got home from work and getting in there and doing my work. It's like I'd come in, eat me a snack, hit the road, change clothes. And when I wasn't doing that, I just couldn't do it here at home very well. And then finally, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I guess, I decided I know what's fun for me. What's fun is pushing weight, free weights. And I was like, I'm gonna get back to where I was before COVID came, because I was getting strong, I was getting where I wanted to be. I was like, but to do that, I gotta buy stuff. To do that, I gotta do it on a budget too. And so, watch some videos, watch Garage Gym Reviews, Mr. Cooper. And he went through a lot of stuff, and he had one on there that was like the best power rack, squat rack, whatever, on the cheap. And this was the model he did. He dropped like 800 pounds from a bar down on the safety bars. They held up, it worked. And for what it is, it's about 300 bucks for it. And so that helped. Yeah, it does help to be in the gym. It's like studying at the library instead of studying in front of you. Right, yeah. There's something about being in the atmosphere, right? And so that was the other thing, is like I wanted to, once I finally realized this is where I was gonna put workout stuff and make this my little area, I was like, I had my space, right? And so this is the only thing, I get to talking, I forget to work. You see them people in the gym too, don't you? Walk around, they chit chat and yap, 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 and not working, and you waiting on that piece of machine, that piece of equipment. I didn't like those people. I'd be like, come on, man, I gotta go. All right, here we go. Not too bad. She's still feeling pretty light tonight. All right, 8 reps. Oh, I know why she's feeling light, y'all. Why y'all let me do that? She's feeling light because I didn't make her no heavier. Once you reach the stage of discipline where you can work out without music, with no one around, just you, your thoughts, the sound of your heartbeat, man, that type of discipline is so life-changing. Now I got sound, I got music. Always got to happen music. And but I hear you, I get what you're saying, man. I'd say it's cool here in the basement now. Again, I'm enjoying this streaming thing with it. I enjoy having people come on, chit chat with. Appreciate y'all hanging out, of course. And I don't know, man, you know, it's funny. I had never done like Twitch. I had never been on Twitch until last year. And starting in just a little bit before January last year, January 2024, I was like, I'm gonna try Twitch. I'm gonna get on there, I'm gonna do my sermon prep on there. And so that's what I did for a little while. Oh, my camera done lost me. That's the only thing. Sometimes the camera loses me. Come on, get my track going again. There we go. My tracking stopped working. And I went pretty good for about 6 weeks. And I was also doing something on Tuesday night. I was doing something on Wednesday night. I was doing, you know, other stuff with church, and we're running alpha. Thank you. It's a little OBS bot. It's 180 bucks, I think, whatever. It is pretty neat. It works pretty good. It looks pretty good. So I've had to play with it. I did have to buy the remote control. And the little remote control is $50 by itself. But the reason being is it will get stuck. It'll lose me or just stop following me for some reason. And it'll zoom if I want it to, all that. Just I don't want to mess up the image quality either. But so eventually about 6 weeks in, I kind of felt burned out because I had so many things going on. I would try, and then all last year I kept trying to get back into streaming here and there, do this or that. And again, it's trying to work this into your life, like anything that we're trying to do in our lives to get better. It's how can I set things up? Kind of go back to, you know, the habits, what is Atomic Habits book? What's something you're already doing or that you want to do that you can tie with something else you want to do? And so that's why the whole workout thing come to mind this year. And hopefully we'll stick it out with this, because I'm enjoying it. I say that, and if I'm enjoying it, then, and it's not really feeling like it's disrupting my life in any way. All right, now this is gonna be a little bit different because it's a little heavier. So I'll see this going the long haul, man. All right. Oh yeah, that's a little heavier. 2 more, come on. Oh yeah, that's a leg workout, right? You start grunting, you know you're doing something. Woo, gotta catch my breath now. That's the only other part. Trying to, hold on, yeah. Trying to chat and work out and breathe. Stretch your shoulders out a little bit. Oh yeah. Get that. Stretch out the hamstring a little bit. It's funny because I've had more problems with my hamstrings and I guess my buttocks doing squats than with my quads. And so if I get any kind of muscle knot, it's back there. Make me want to work out too. Go for it, man. Let's go. That's what we do. But sadly, I just finished eating, so I can't. I did too. I had dinner. And that's kind of the other thing. It's like working out my schedule. I come in from work, go ahead, fix dinner, sit down with the wife. We eat, watch a little bit of TV. That gives me about 30 minutes of chill. And then she's like, I'm gonna go do this. I'm like, I'm gonna go do that. And that's what we do. It's bad for your stomach, I think. You gotta be careful what you eat, I know that. Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking, I was like, well, the reason I told her, I was like, tonight's gonna be pizza. It's also grocery day. So I go pick up groceries, just drive up, pick up kind of thing. And usually get our pizza at that time. No, this is just old, pizza in the oven, nothing special. And I got thinking, I'm like, but I'm working out tonight. And it's leg night. I think we're gonna do chicken. Get that protein, right? And plus, there's not all that marinara and all that good stuff, all the fat and everything to kind of weigh me down. And so, me and her, man, she more than I. So I started out on this journey almost 2 years ago, I guess. I was getting a little bit heavier than I wanted to be. Again, not working out, all that. Plus I got to where I was eating more and more and more. And so decided even if I wasn't working out, I needed to start losing weight and control what I was eating. And so I dropped, in about a year's time, dropped about 40 pounds. And she finally decided to, we've done MyFitnessPal a number of times. And she finally decided she's gonna give it a try too. Cause I was trying to tell her, I was like, you need to do it, And she's done it before, but she didn't really stick to it. And so she's like, I'll tell you what, she goes, I'm gonna give it a month. She did it for a month. She lost weight. She stuck to it. And she's way more disciplined than I am. And so she has dropped her weight. She dropped about 40 pounds as well, 30, 40 pounds. And she's done the same thing. She has continued to track her calories most days. She weighs most things. A little $10 scale from Amazon, life-changing. And so I put on about 10 pounds back, which isn't bad. I'm about where I don't want to go no higher than where I'm at right now. But I had noticed, like looking at my preaching videos, my teaching videos from a year or two back, or 2 years back, and my face was more full. And when I lost the weight, it's like my face got more thin, and the thinner face kind of made me look older too. I did turn 50 this year, so I'm already feeling older anyway. But so I was like, you know what? I can stand to gain a little bit, but I wasn't really trying. I was trying to just get about 190 and hold it. And then, you know, the holidays, man. What do we do on the holidays? We eat. And I might have took too much liberty with eating, and was eating too many of the things that I really liked, really enjoyed, and put a few more pounds back on than I wanted to. And so 50, yeah, man, I'm 50. I appreciate that. Yeah, I turned a big 50 this year. She's about a year behind me, so I can't call her 50 yet. But so anyway, you know, see, what I have been noticing, I've been in a number of different training things and some stuff where they've been getting pictures of me, cause just as the group, you know, and you pick yourself out in the group, and I start seeing myself, I'm like, man, I'm looking old. I look like the old man of the group now. And so I'm like, yeah, noticing that the weight itself kind of losing so much kind of made me look a little bit too thin. I still like to lose some gut. And I probably hold about 195, which is where I'm at. I'm 6'2", 195, so that's pretty good. That'll keep the doctor happy, keep me happy, keep my pant size happy. And but I started hitting like 196 and 190. I haven't got 197 yet. But you know how I don't know if you got an Apple phone or Apple Watch. And so I track my weight. I weigh every day, and I have for years. And it ties into the phone, you know. And the health app started giving me notifications. It's like, over the last 5 weeks, we've seen a change in your weight. And you go and look at it, and it's like pretty flat, and then all of a sudden it's like that. And I'm like, shut up, you know. Throw the phone down. Nah, I ain't done that, but I'm like, man, that's not looking good. And so we're gonna try to change that tide. But it's funny because it started about December 14th or so. And again, I know that with Thanksgiving, from then on, I started eating more and more of those treats and stuff. At least you're doing the work now. Yeah, I'm doing the work. I'm paying for it now, right? Oh, this is good though. Like I said, man, I like working out. And if I can just do it consistently, I'll be good. I'll be happy. We'll get back where we want to be. But again, for me, it's more about getting strength back up and not hurting myself. Oh yeah. I don't know how many reps I get on this one here. We'll see. Let's go 4. How about that? All right. So again, let's talk once again. Ah, man, all right, cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming, hanging out. Drop back in, man. Hop on Discord sometime. Give us a good holler, and I'll connect. You take care, be blessed, and I appreciate you dropping in, man. So again, sometimes even discipline. Like I could have gone another rep or two, but I don't want to overdo it. Definitely gonna come back again. Take care, brother. God bless you, man. You be good. We'll catch you on the flip side, right? My camera done stopped again. It's gonna be one of those nights. Camera's like, what'd you go back over there? But I mean, and that's kind of what Paul talks about when he talks about in the verses there in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. At the end, last verse 27, he talks about not being disqualified. That he runs the race to not be disqualified. Let me make sure I got the exact quote. He said, but I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified. Excuse me. And so, what he's talking about there is not putting up a front, right? Knowing when to stop doing things, because the previous parts of 1 Corinthians is talking about laying down his rights, giving up his freedoms for others. And the few verses just before this section, I want to say it's like 19 to 23, verses 19 through 23, he talks about, here, let me just look at it. Let me pull it up for us. I got it on here, hold up. Come on, there we go. So verse 19 says, for though I'm free from all, I have made myself a servant to all, that I might win more of them. Talking about winning more people to Christ. He says, to the Jews I became a Jew in order to win Jews. To those under the law I became as one under the law, though not being myself not under the law, that I might win those who are under the law. Speaking of the Jewish people and the law abiders, the Mosaic law. To those outside the law, speaking of Gentiles, non-Jews, I became as one outside the law, not being outside the law of God, but under the law of Christ, which is about the heart and all, that I might win those outside the law. To the weak I became weak, that I might win the weak. I have become all things to all people, that by all means I might save some. Says I do it all for the sake of the gospel, that I may share with them in its blessings. And so then you get down to that last verse, speaking of, but I discipline my body and keep it under control, lest after preaching to others, I myself should be disqualified. And so he's talking about, he's like, though I am with all these other groups of people who may not have the same understanding of the gospel, the same freedom that I have in the gospel, they may be bound to the law, they may be Gentiles, they may not be living 100% righteously. I discipline myself that while I'm with them, I can be like them, but it doesn't mean I'm doing the same things they're doing. And so it's like, I can go, if I got a friend who, and maybe not a bad example here, but I'm gonna say it anyway, who goes to the bar. I can go to the bar and they can drink. Doesn't mean I have to do it with them. It means that maybe I'm just being a loving friend who's gonna be there and make sure they're safe and show them love in that way. And that's another thing, it's like talking about evangelism and stuff. Paul shows, he talks about this in a sense of it's not just a one-time, hey man, do you know Jesus? Well, good, cool, then we're good. Or no, then let me tell you about him and that's all I'm gonna do. Paul here to me is talking more about building a relationship with people. Like not just coming in and telling them what I believe, what they should believe, but actually getting to know them and showing them respect and love. And it's like chapter 8 was sort of the same thing. He's like talking about eating food that's been offered to idols and understanding that idols aren't anything, so the food necessarily isn't sinful to partake in, but there are those who think that it is. It's like in that case, he goes, I'm not going to put a stumbling block before somebody. In other words, like if I've got an alcoholic friend, I'm not going to invite them over to my house and pull out a drink, an alcoholic drink in front of them, even though I might not have a problem. Because I love and respect them, I'm not going to pull it out in front of them. And it's not about hiding yourself, it's about loving others more than yourself. And that's the whole principle of chapter 8 and chapter 9 that Paul talks about. And he says though, he's like, you know, this isn't, it's kind of like he's saying, it's not a license to sin. I discipline myself. I keep myself straight and holy, but I can still be like these people. I can still love these people. I can still encourage these people. I can still show Christ to these people. I can still respect these people. And so you got enough. We all know, I know people, I know Christian people that, you know, that we're all zealous to win others to Christ. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I would not say anything against that. But I know that there are also those that stand back and say, you're going to hell because you're doing this. But they don't come in and offer to help show you the way. where I think you'd be better off coming in and showing somebody love and grace and then help lead them in the right way. And that's another part I love about it. He talks about so that I might share in their blessings. And see, the only way he can share in their blessings is if he continues in relationship with them. Because I can help somebody come to Christ and then never see them again. But am I sharing in their blessing? Am I getting to see their development? Am I getting to see their growth? And as a pastor and a Christian leader, that's what my goal is. I want to see you grow. I want to see you get better. I want to see you, how your faith life is going to affect your family and how it's going to affect your career and all that good stuff. And like I got a dude, he's one of my text guys and one of the ones we're doing the workout challenge with and all that good stuff. And he joined us with Alpha one night, which is an interesting story in itself. Because Alpha is an evangelistic program for those that are curious about our faith. And it's a safe place. It's about an 11-week program. You watch a video, you chat, you eat, all that good stuff. And it's very cool, very cool. And it's like the first time we were going to run it, and I only had a couple people respond. I gotta get my gloves on here. We only had a couple people respond. I was telling my wife had him and a young lady. And it's like I knew the young lady was going to show up, but he had told me one night, he's like, man, I don't know if I want to do it. Can you just send me the videos? I was like, yeah, I can send you the videos. It's all right, And I just happened to think, I'm like, the day before, the day of, I'm like, hey man, I shot him an email. I'm like, dude, so just going to give you a heads up. So we starting out for the night. Here's the link. Love to have you show up. You know what? I might come in. I might just drop in, just see what it's like. And I don't think I'll stay long, That dude came that night. He's been with us ever since. He's part of INNOVATE Church. He's one of my board of directors now because he is so on fire. And I have been able to, thank God, see the effect that he has had on his family. Because he came back to Christ and his wife was actually going on a journey on her own at that time too. She had another lady that's speaking into her life. And then now it's like they go out to eat and their kids are saying, Dad, I want to pray. And their kids are talking about God and Christ and wanting to love God and love others. And so it's been awesome. This has been over almost a 3-year journey now. And so that's what Paul talks about, so that I may share in the blessings. I get to share in this family's blessings and watch them grow. And I feel like, I'll be honest with you, y'all, I feel like he is on fire more than I am for Christ. And I love Christ, don't get me wrong. But it's he that sometimes motivates me to do some things I might not do. He's been, let's do Alpha. Let's stay on here. Let's keep meeting every Friday night. We met for every Friday night when we started Alpha. I think we met for every Friday night for almost 2 years straight. Because he kept wanting to do this and wanting to do that. We did Alpha, we did their evangelism program, we did their marriage program, we did Alpha another 2 times. And this last time, I brought him and another lady from our church in because they weren't trying to encourage them to lead it sometime on their own. And he has said that he's going to lead an Alpha group this year. And so he wants to do it in person, and that's cool. He came to us digitally, and we are a digital church, but he came to us and he wants to do it. He actually attends a physical church and ours. All right, deadlifts I do like. I enjoy. I hate putting my butt in your face, but you know how it goes. Usually I do a stretch set, but I didn't do that this time. Again, try to keep the back straight, under control, discipline. But so, that's kind of the thing. It's more than, Jesus said, go and make disciples, right? And making a disciple means, just like if we're a disciple of Christ, we are followers of Christ. We're not just saved, but we are followers. We're saved for eternity, but we follow the one that we love. And so again, it's not about, you know, obeying this law or obeying that law because it's going to save us, or being this moral person because it's going to save us. It's about following and loving the one that fulfilled the law for us, that paid for our freedom, that gave us the grace of God. And so if we follow him, it's because we love him. And that's a disciple. Disciples follow. Disciples are being discipled. And we should be becoming disciplers. Meaning we should be sharing our faith with other people too. Right? Yeah. Woo. So again, you know, he talks about running with a purpose, right? He's like, I'll run the, you know, even the regular athlete, the secular athlete, whatever, they run or they work out or they strive for a reason and for a purpose. And like, you know, the idea is for us not to run aimlessly. What is your goal? Where are you headed to? What do you want to be like? Who do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? How big do you want to be? How strong do you want to be? How far do you want to run? How much do you want to weigh? All that good stuff. What is your purpose? It's like we're not just going through the motion. And same goes for our workouts, of course. It's about being disciplined. And discipline means all parts of our life being disciplined. And what is discipline? Disciple, right? You can also get disciple in there. And so I'm going to be disciplined by coming down here 3 nights a week and getting my workout in. I'm going to be disciplined in what I eat most of the time. So it's okay to have a cheat day every now and then. Just don't overdo it. My cheat day, man, my cheat day used to be horrible. I wouldn't have a cheat day, I'd have a cheat weekend. And what I mean by that is I would, hey, appreciate you following Muscle Mac. Thank you so much. Glad to have you on. My name is Pastor G. Welcome to Faith and Fitness, doing a leg day and talking about discipline and looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 27, where Paul talks about he runs the race so that we might win the prize. And with that, he disciplines his body. He disciplines himself. So that's where all that ties in. And so as you know, if you work out and you got the name Muscle Max, I'm going to assume you work out, right? And so with that, we got to be disciplined in how much we work out, right? My form in lifting, my form in deadlifting, my form in squatting, my form in bench pressing, all of that good stuff. Breathing is a discipline when you're working out, ain't it? Form, all that. My eating, I got to be careful what I eat, because as I was saying, like even my cheat days back in the day, it was a cheat weekend. I would probably take in enough calories during the weekend of fat food to supply me for the week. And so now it's supposed to be a cheat meal, not a cheat day even, really, right? Some of us do a cheat day, and I think for me and my wife, it's like our cheat day, if we have one, it's just, we're just not keeping track of calories. It doesn't mean we're going crazy. We don't eat out, all that good stuff. All of our meals are pretty simple and nothing big. But we might have a little extra dessert or something, and our dessert's like a yasso bar or something like that. I had to be careful about what I get. I get too much. If I get a half gallon of ice cream, I'm liable to eat that whole half gallon in one night. I don't need to be doing that. And all of life really is about discipline. And I kind of talked about this with church last night, that it's about living intentionally. And what I mean by living intentionally is, am I just going through life and allowing whatever to happen? Or am I putting forth a plan and intentionality in what I do so that I can obtain whatever goal it is I'm striving to get? And so yeah, my week is a little grip. My week, my grip is a little weak. Not my weak is a little grip. But So my little straps here, lifting straps, have always been a nice little thing for me anyway. I used to just use them for pull-ups. And then once I started doing deadlifts and shoulder shrugs, and the heavier you go, just the more it's like that bar wants to pull on your fingers and make you drop it. And so these are to help me get beyond that and hold the bar without much trouble. Now again, you know, discipline is also being safe in the way you work out, right? It's safe and knowing your limits. That's something we guys sometimes mess with, especially again as I continue to get older. I'm reminded very often of those limits that I didn't used to have. And here I was about to get ready to do a shoulder shrug, y'all. Instead of a deadlift, I'm sitting here I'm like, oh, I gotta do a shrug, let's get ready. No, we're doing deadlifts. All right, here we go. And that's just kind of not too bad yet. We ain't got real heavy. I ain't getting real heavy yet either. I'm still working up. Make sure you keep your form good. Keep your back straight. I do, for the most part, a stiff leg deadlift. I have just a little bit of bend in my knees. And I do try to keep the old back straight. Keep the shoulders, don't let them, you know, shrug over too far. Woo. Yeah. Stretch the hamstrings a little bit. Oh yeah. The stretching is one of those things I'm not the best at. I keep saying I need to get back into stretching some too. But used to do karate back in the day. And with that I stretched like all the time. And kind of got out of that habit. Got out of that discipline. So what we're gonna do, what I put on here last time. If you don't know, let me remind you. Again, I use the free version, Strong app. One of the best workout apps I've found. Feel free if you know something else, drop it there in the chat. This ain't about me sharing all about myself. And that's 225, ain't it? Yeah. So I did that. I went straight up. No, yeah, okay, I did 185 for that. Yeah, because I took 25s off. That's 225. 235, excuse me. So yeah, we ain't done 235 in a while. That's good, man. I'll take it. I think I forget what I did, man. I gotta be more disciplined to look at my app. No, I went straight from 135 to 225, didn't I? That's all right. Oh, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do just 10 right now. Again, as bad as I want to get back up to the strength I had before COVID, I know it's gonna take time, and I gotta be patient. And so, patience, not always the virtue that comes the easiest for some of us, especially me. And so, adding 20 pounds to this may not seem like that big a deal, and it may not be really, but again, for me, it's about just trying to get back up, be smart, be wise, don't overdo it, don't try to kill myself, and we'll get there. We'll get there to that goal, right? Again, I talked earlier about going back to Paul and not running the race. You can run a 5K at a different speed than you can run a marathon. And so this is a marathon. Working out, lifting weights, it is a marathon. It's not something you're gonna each week continue excelling. You know, I talked about last week. It's like the week before last, I think it was, or the one before that, whatever. I felt good, man. I felt like, oh, dude, that was a strong week, because it seemed like every workout I did, every set I did was stronger than it was the week before. What happened last week? Last week, everything was like a rep less. And I ain't lying, it's like just about every single thing was a rep less. And so this week here, we doing a little bit better. I think my chest workout, my back workout earlier this week wasn't too bad. I might not have gained a rep on everything. Might not have went up on weight on everything, but I think I matched everything that I had done before. So this here's, I think this is 20 pounds more than I had done since I've been back at it. So we'll take that, right? 20 pounds is an increase. And we're gonna be happy with any kind of increase. We're gonna be happy just for the fact of being disciplined and coming down here and working out. If you're working out every time you go to the gym, that's a win, right? Because sometimes that's the hardest part. Just walking through the doors, or for me, coming downstairs. And you think, you know, well, it's in your house, you want to do it all the time, don't you? Nah, you don't. Like I say, that's been I'm about to say an eternal fight. That's been a long fight for me. I'm finally there. I was there before my shoulder got jacked up. And we're gonna get there again, where I do want to come down here and work out. And again, what helps me to want to do it now is come on here and stream and get to talk to y'all. Come on here and stream, get to share the word. Get to encourage others. Help y'all maybe, like Onigio, who was on here a minute ago, talked about, you know, oh man, that makes me want to go work out now. Well, if I see it, man, that's a win for me. If I put that desire in you, hey, amen. That works for me. Here we go. All right. Just like with squats, I went a little bit heavier on them too, but I stopped. Even though I felt like I could go a little bit further, I stopped. Now deadlift's a little bit safer than squats if you overdo it, because I had to drop the bar, no big deal, right? But I don't want to hurt myself. I want to do this the right way. And again, go back to the same thing Paul talks about. Disciplines himself so that he might not be disqualified. What's going to happen if I hurt myself while I'm on here streaming? Then I'm disqualifying myself. I'm told y'all to do something and do it wrong, or do something I do differently, which, you know, gets in the whole hypocrite thing there. Well, devil wears Prada, baby. And so, you don't know, I'm not listening to the same music y'all listen to. Again, I try to avoid the whole copyright thing, so that's epidemic music. I'm listening to my metal, which most of it's Christian metal, For Today, Holy Name, Impending Doom, Demon Hunter, that kind of stuff. This Devil Wears Prada, who used to be known as a Christian metal band. Some of the members still are, some of them aren't. But man, that new CD they just put out, I think it's Broken, maybe the name of it. But this is Chemical, I think they're playing, which is a slower jam, but it's good. It's emotionally good. And this is I think this is the acoustic version as well. And there's always been something that kind of has always struck a chord with me. Speaking of acoustic, whenever my metal bands or hard rock bands, when they drop down and break out the acoustic guitars and stuff, man, it just brings a whole new dimension to the music. And so that was one thing I have not done this year, that me and my wife both, I bought her a new guitar. And that's one thing we both haven't done. She's done a little bit, I haven't. And I was playing guitar again. We both used to play acoustic. I've actually got a electric Ibanez over there, I think, that I had bought for her way back when. Because if you don't know, acoustic guitars, when you play them, it's a little bit harder on your fingers. So you get your fingertips calloused. But it takes time to get there. But an electric guitar, the strings are way looser. And so it doesn't wear on your fingers quite the same. And so to help her out, that was the thing. I bought that one years ago. Now this time here I got her a 3/4 inch Yamaha acoustic. And she really likes it. It's a little bit easier, but she's waiting on her fingers to heal from trying to play mine. And yeah. All right, so we've done squats. Like I say, man, leg day is not that many exercises because I really do the big stuff. Squats and deadlifts. Sometimes I'll do, and I may still, we'll see what time it is. One thing about doing legs and doing a workout on Friday night, I'm not quite in such a hurry. Usually I try to get off here by about 8 o'clock. And that's because of my schedule afterward. I go to bed early as well. But Friday night, I'm not too worried about that because I don't have to go to work tomorrow. And so we might be on here a little bit longer. But even though it's still, I got a little more time between sets too with legs. Catch that breath, right? And so yeah, one of the notes here, leg day is tough. It takes discipline to show up and push through squats, and it says lunges. I hate lunges, so you won't see me do them too often. Although I do keep saying, once I get a little bit more into the rhythm, get my legs under me, then I'm gonna do some body weight stuff. And especially once my shoulder starts really getting better, then we'll do some body weight stuff, just kind of help you again. Maybe you don't have equipment, maybe you ain't got nothing at home and you want to get started working out, not quite to the point of joining the gym. You know, I want to help you get there. Again, I know a lot of you ain't sitting here watching me while you're working out, whatever. Maybe some of you are. Feel free to let me know if you are. But maybe it gives you some ideas and helps you think about some things you can do at home. Maybe you can do a squat cage, or maybe you can buy a bench or something, you know. Like I say, all this is, I always go through this just so everybody knows, man, none of this is really hugely expensive. The squat rack, less than 300 bucks on Amazon. The one thing I would suggest, if you can afford it, or make sure you buy a squat rack that will have the lat attachment to it, because I do miss that. They don't make this rack anymore, and I don't know, I haven't found one that will fit on here. So I've had to overcome that some other ways. But the weights, the rubber Hopro weights, are from Wal-Mart, man. They were the cheapest weights I could find, rubber weights. I'm on a concrete floor, so I want a rubber, just in case I get dropped or whatever. The INNOVATE bench over here, you can find that on Amazon for about 70 bucks. It's a good starter bench. Gives you the incline, decline, flat bench, whatever. It's just a little bit light. That's my only issue with it. So it's a good dumbbell bench. It's a good lightweight bench, pressing bench. But if you're gonna end up going heavy, you might want to get you a good bench. And that's where this beast here comes in. I always like to show this thing off. It's my Rep Fitness. It's a competition bench of theirs. I love this thing. I love the color of it. It's just clear coated. I'm gonna use it for my calves right now. I did splurge on it a little bit. It's about $300 for the bench by itself. It'll hold about 800 pounds, so I ain't gonna break it no time soon. I splurged a little bit on the bar. It's a Bells of Steel bar. Bought off Amazon, but you can get it from Bells of Steel as well. It's got nice knurling on it. It's clear coated as well. Good strong bearings on the sides. It's a real bar, real deal. And so, yeah, I splurged a little bit on that stuff. But dumbbells, ask friends, tell people you want workout equipment, they'll give you some. I got dumbbells from people that oh, I got a dumbbell sitting at home, I don't ever use them things. You want it? Yeah, man, shoot you, I'll take it. So all I got is a couple 25s. I got a 20 back here. I got a couple 15s over there. So I'm not gonna be able to get a whole lot of dumbbell workout in. I used to love dumbbells when I was going to Planet Fitness. That's about the only free weights you can do there, right? Everything else is machines, squat machines, and Smith machines. But it's good enough, right? It's good enough to get a good workout. I gotta figure out how I want to do this. I wrestle with this every time. Usually I hold my, that's right. I'm gonna do it the right way. I like to hold the truss up here just to balance myself a little bit. So I like this bench because it's got these two legs that go out that way. And so I can put the toes of my foot on there and keep my heel off so I get a real calf raise. But to balance a little bit, I'll do a dumbbell. Let me put the dumbbell on my right side. There we go. One, two. I'll do about 20 of these just because lightweight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Always a good deal, just kind of bend your knee just a little bit. Don't lock your knees out. And most of your weightlifting exercise, you don't really lock yourself out. Not a good idea to do so. Get my foot right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Again, high reps are good for endurance. Plus it'll give you a good pump in your muscles. And you'll end up going to fatigue even on light weight. And this way I stretch my calves, put my heel on the bottom and toe up here on the vertical bar. And then I just kind of pull myself into it a little bit. That stretches them calves out good for me. I do see people go in the running stance. I just never really liked that. I've always felt like this does it better for me. So like many things, man, you gotta figure out what works for you in a lot of cases. As long as you keep in good, proper form, good discipline, you'll be all right. Just make sure you're not doing stuff the wrong form or any kind of way that you're gonna get hurt. So yeah, we don't like to talk about discipline and self-control a lot. I was telling church that last night during a Bible study with it, man. Those almost like two cuss words sometimes, right? We think of them negatively a lot of times. How can we think of discipline and self-control positively? There's a failure coming in. I feel that burn. Woo. So how can we think of self-control and discipline positively? Because if you can think about it positively, what does that do? That helps you live into it more, right? That helps you actually exercise, no pun intended, better self-control and better discipline. So I think a positive thing on both of those, discipline especially, is if I am disciplined in how I treat myself and how I go after my goals and things, it's going to help me get there. It's going to help me arrive to that point that I want to be at. And so that's a positive aspect of discipline. Because if I'm not disciplined and I lose self-control, self-control is going to derail me. Self-control means like, I see my goal right dead there, it's right there. I'm gonna get to it, I'm gonna get to it. Oh, wait a minute, what's that over there? And I go that way. Squirrel, right? You remember the cartoon movie? I forget what movie that is. Y'all tell me what movie that is. But that's lack of self-control. And some of us, and I can get like this too, there's my focus. Oh, wait a minute, what's this over here? Nah, but what's that over there? I don't know, but what's that? You know, we start chasing everything, right? So we can get that way too, right? I know I can. I get too many interests, too many things catch my attention. I want to do too many things. I want to experience too many things. That's one of the problems I have with life, man. Especially as I continue to get older. Seems like it just goes faster and faster, and I have less and less time to do some of the things I want to do. Ooh, goodness, y'all. Feel that burn, feel that burn. That's the only thing I'm not one that's big on the high rep exercises because, goodness, it will burn, burn, burn. But again, that's something else we're gonna do one of these days. I'm gonna change up the workout. Sometimes you do gotta change up things to get a little more growth, to get a little stronger, trick the body. Oh yeah, Phineas, baby. So I almost had to bounce to get that one. Bouncing's not good, but whoo, feel them calves, man. Now I tell y'all again, this is where I wrestle because I really like for y'all to be able to hear my music, man. I don't know if you know Phineas, another awesome Christian band. If you like a double kick bass drum that's got some interesting and speed and interesting rhythms, dude, they're like one of the best. And I used to think, so Lars Ulrich from Metallica has always been one of my favorite drummers. Jordan Mancino, I think Mancino from As I Lay Dying, I love his drumming. And I don't know the drummer for Phineas. I actually don't look into the bands like I used to, but this whole CD, he kills it. I mean, kills it, man. It is so tight, so good, and so fast in some of it. And it's not just like overly, just continuously the same rhythm. It changes it up so much. It is just sick. All right, so we'll do our crunches and plank. Who are you? Where you? Stir. Man, gosh. It's like I could listen to straight Phineas and I might not be able to talk to y'all for the whole night, man. That's like one of my favorite CDs right there, I tell you. All right, so we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna bring y'all down the floor with me here in just a minute. Give me a little drink of water. Ah, yeah. Sorry, I don't like the drinking sounds. And then I dropped my chapstick, man. Yes, I'm a chapstick fiend, can't help it. It's one of those things. Oh yeah, then we got some Bloodlines, Havel. Actually, no, this is Lotus, okay. I love this one too, man. Another good Christian band. Watch this. Yahweh. Let your voice be heard. I will spend my days declaring your name. I will suffer, all for the sake of your word. The flower has to fade, but I know that your word remains. I will break into the light. I will emerge from a life in the mud. And even though I'll die, I know you'll always be. What will they say when I'm withered away beneath the breath of God where all things fade? When they remember me, will they say that I knew your name and you knew me? I saw my name etched in the tree, but your blood bought my eternity. What do you say when you hear my scream? The flower has to fade, but I know that your word remains. When I withered away, I hope they see, I gave you my legacy. What would they say when I withered away beneath the breath of God where all things fade? When they remember me, will they see that I knew your name and you knew mine? What will they say when I withered away beneath the breath of God where all things fade? When they remember me, will they say that I knew your name, you knew me, that you knew mine? I mean, is that just not straight praise, fire, lit, right? All of the above. All right, so I'm bringing y'all here on the floor so I can see what's going on. Hopefully the camera works pretty good over here. Got the old yoga mats over here. Let me pull it out from underneath this light stand here. Oh yeah. So we're gonna do just some easy sit-ups. Got the double mat here, y'all. Got the purple and the pink. Both of them are laid over, they're held over, they're hand-me-downs, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I'm still walking around with my belt on, man. Why y'all let me do that? I forgot to take my belt off. Now I can breathe. Woo! Let the gut hang out now. All right, so we're gonna get our crunch on. Again, it's a crunch, not a sit-up, it's a crunch. So I don't come up to my knees. I just crunch up right that. I don't put my hands behind my head because I don't like to, I even act like I'm gonna pull on my neck. I just kind of keep it under my chin or kind of on my chest. 1, 2, 3. And make sure you actually squeeze your abs. 5, 6. You can squeeze and hold. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Again, the idea here is, of course, being intentional, right? Anytime you're lifting or doing some kind of exercise, you want to think about the muscle group you're using and make sure you're intentionally using that muscle group. So like when I'm doing my abs, when I'm doing my crunch, I'm pulling in, I'm making sure I'm using these muscles, using those ab muscles. Because can you force yourself up without hardly using your ab muscles? Yes, you can. You can do it just straight out of just motion, you know. I can throw myself up. It's still gonna use it a little bit, but it ain't gonna be the same. And so again, it's slow and controlled and intentional, being disciplined in how you do it. You're gonna pull up, hold just for a quick second. Feel that burn, baby. Oh, I cheated that last one just a hair there. I didn't mean to, I promise. Oh! Now to sit up and get the head rush. Yep, Sleeping Giant, baby. Another one I just love. They were like one of my early metal bands I really fell in love with. Let's see, crunch, there we go, 20, 20. We're gonna do 3 sets tonight. Last time I only did 2 sets. And again, we're trying to get better. I don't know that I'll get 20 on the 3rd set because I was feeling a decent burn there just on that 14, 15th rep. And so I'm gonna make sure that get a little bit of rest in, get the abs just a little bit of a break. And then I'll try to go, I'm gonna shoot for 12. That's gonna be my target, that's gonna be my goal. That's where I'm running toward, right? Running toward the goal. I wanna win that perishable wreath and that imperishable. So the imperishable wreath is eternity, right? The perishable wreath is the being proud of myself for the work that I put in. Not in the vanity kind of way, just being happy that I did the work. And maybe a little vanity too, you know, nah. All right, here we go. Don't cheat it, right? Oh, about to do more. I wasn't about to cheat because I'm about to keep going. All right, so working the core, I'm not the best at making myself do. Now, one thing I do like to do is hanging leg raises. But again, with shoulder being jacked up, I'm not trying to do that right now, but that's always been one of my favorite things. I will do the old 6-inch killer sometimes, raising the feet up. You remember? I don't know if you did football practice back in the day. Put your hands down beside your side. Actually, I like to usually kind of put my butt in my hands in a sense. And then just 6 inches. And you hold it for like 10, 15 seconds. And then let it in. And another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not gonna beat those to death tonight. Because I don't want the abs to be killing me tomorrow. And you know how it goes, right? It's not always the day after. A lot of times it's the second day. So, but I do need to add those two. I don't know if those are in Strong somewhere. That's the cool thing about the Strong app as well. Again, I don't get no affiliate or anything for it. I'm telling you to help you out with a free app. But you can scroll through. I know y'all can't see this, but you can scroll through all their exercises, and they got tons of them in here. Like I said, I've used this app for, shoot, man, probably 6 years, somewhere around there, for free. And free, it lets you save 3 templates, 3 workout templates. You can save more if you pay for it. I did pay for it for this year, which is like 25 bucks per year just to see. But I'm telling you, I feel like I wasted my money because I have not gone in here and added a thing yet. I hadn't even put in all my measurements in here, and you can, I just haven't done it. Like I said, I got all my workouts in here. They were one of my lights. So that in there just went out. That's what I was saying earlier. I'm still trying to work on my lights right here. This one here is actually not plugged in. It is a newer brand off of Amazon, which is cool. Man, it did get dark in here, didn't it? So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna come over here. We're gonna unplug this one. And we're gonna bring this one over here. And pop her right there. And that'll give me a little more light again. Put me back in the light, baby. And so I gotta work on my lights right here still. I love this. Love my purple, my blue, all that good stuff there. Very happy with the ambiance of the workout space, right? Very relaxing and cozy and chill. Sorry, y'all. I get stupid every now and then. All right, we're gonna do our planks. Let me get down here in position. It even got a little timer on here. The timer on the app is actually for breaks in between sets, but I like to use it for this reason. I just do a 30-second plank. We're gonna do it 3 times. We're gonna start now. 1. And it's just a plank. You try to keep your body straight, you know. No way up there like that, no down here like that. Just try to keep it straight. You can feel it. Squeeze them abs. Keep breathing though, don't stop breathing. It's tempting. If it gets hard, to get toward that end of that 30 seconds, it's like, oh, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, ding ding. I don't know if you heard it. It ding ding. But that's set 1 done. And then with the plank, what do you want to do? Oh, just lay down here and go to sleep, right? Put the head down. Got the music in my ears. Catch my breath. Get about a 30-second break. Pull it back over here, hit my timer again. Oh, got an itch. Hold on, gotta get the itch out of the way first, right? All right, 30 seconds. There we go. I don't know why I'm counting. I am seriously sitting here counting while watching the clock, y'all. Habit. That's a good habit, but it's a habit. And it's an unneeded habit right now. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go. Ding, ding. We good, we good. Gonna get it ready again. We got the slow jam there. Eclipsed by Wolves at the Gate. I love Wolves at the Gate too. And this is another one that's kind of slow though. Ah man, listen to this right here. I've worn out a path, the path that leads to death, and I darken my eyes, cold to your love. Am I inscribed upon your hands? Am I known at all? If I fall away, will I ever see your face? Is it too much, too late? Have I gone too far? Am I on the narrow road that leads to home? I'm falling beneath you. I'm calling to take me home. I'm falling beneath you. I'm calling to take me home. Though I fall away, it is when I find more grace. Though I'm desolate, though I've gone too far, far beyond the narrow road, you lead me home. It is then I find more grace. Man, that's an awesome song right there. That's why I love my Christian metal, man. If you ever want to know about it, ask me about it. I'll tell you about some. I'll throw a shout out there to my man Kingdom Core on YouTube. Make sure you check him out if you're into Christian metal or looking for some. He's all the time bringing up new music on there, talking to bands, all that good stuff. I'm about to count again. I don't have to count. And again, if you're looking for equipment, if you see something to hear you like, whatever, check out my panels on Twitch, check out the description on YouTube. I've got everything or most things in the description. I have to go in there and add some stuff as I buy it, of course. But they are all affiliate links. That just means I get a little bit of kickback off of whatever you spend. It don't mean you pay anything extra. It just means I make a little bit of money. Help me keep my scene up here. Help me buy more stuff, right? And yeah, it's not about me trying to live high and mighty. It's about me just trying to improve improve the stream, and add more goodies, right? Add more equipment from time to time, maybe. All right, y'all. So this has been a great night, great workout. It does take me a little longer since I chat. That's fine. I don't mind that. I like that. But hour and a half. We've done squats, we've done deadlifts, we've done calf raises, we've done crunches, we've done planks. Again, the only thing I'm not doing that I've got on my set list here is the hanging leg raise, which again, that is just because of the shoulder. Like I want to get back to where I can do a wide grip pull up. But when I'm that wide, just even lifting my arm like that, I got pain right there. It's actually in the front. It ain't in the back, it's in the front up here. I can do inside, like that right there, that ain't no problem. I can do that just about all day. That's why I love the inside hand grips on here. Right there, I can do that. I just can't do it out here, which is where I like doing them. I like doing a wide grip. But when you do an inside grip like that, you get a little bit more of the center of the back, less of the actual lats. Which is fine. It's all got to be worked out, so it's all good. But you know how it is, man. When you ain't quite right, you want to get back to being quite right? So yeah. So again, appreciate y'all hanging out. We're gonna walk over here into the church space in a minute to end the stream. I do wish, let me see if I might be able to find somebody else on that we might be able to raid to. How you like that? Would y'all like to raid to somebody? Let me see who all's on, man. No, get off of him. I found a Christian rapper on here the other day, Austin Joyce. Just popped in on him. He was doing a live stream while I was scrolling the live feed. Y'all know how that goes. And that was pretty cool. Let's see, we got Tsunami doing some art. Jake Live. Anybody know Jake? Oh, there's my boy Jamie. Now, Jamie I love, man. He's a young bro. He's on here doing BMX stuff, man. And this is Jamie. I like Jamie, man. He's on here doing some real stuff. Let me put that down there. I need to bring it up here, don't I? Let me get it in my face. Yeah, he's always on here doing the BMX stuff. Which I don't know if y'all were anything like me growing up. That's what I was into. And doing freestyle. And he's a good Christian brother too. I need to see. Let's see, my problem is knowing how to. He busted bad too. Let's get this back here. Jamie_Romaser. Let's see if I can work this. Can we work it? Can we work it? We're gonna try it, right? So we're gonna say raid. Raid. I don't know if I gotta do caps or not. We're gonna do it just in case. Jamie Rosamer. Alright, y'all, if this works, we're gonna have it made, right? But let me say this real quick. Thank you for being on the stream with me. Appreciate it. I am Pastor G, pastor of Innovate Church. Hey, we do church services on Sundays at 7 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock, excuse me, Eastern time. Make sure you go like or follow us there too, Innovate Church, on both YouTube and Twitch. And catch me again. I'll be back on next week. Will be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Because next week I have City Council on Monday night, which I have to attend. That means we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, back to back, which is always hard. Tuesday is back night or day, whatever. Wednesday is always chest, and Friday is always legs. So you know what I'm doing. Again, make sure you give us a follow on whatever platform it is you're seeing us on right now. Thank you for hanging out with me, and God bless. Y'all be good. Let's go say hey to our brother Jamie here, if I can make it work. Oh, no user name. What? Come on. I told y'all.